Welcome to week 9 and our final week of our Spring Mystery Quilt Along. Grab your blocks from step 1, week 8, and your quarter square triangles of the main print. Use 2 quarter square triangles of the main print and 1 block from week 8, step 1 to make a side square triangle as follows. Using my flat flower head pins, I'm going to pin these pieces together very well before I bring them over to the sewing machine. This is important because your triangles are cut on the bias, so you don't want them stretching as you are sewing them together. Press the seam allowances towards each triangle. After you've pressed your seam allowances, give the section a final press with best press. Make 4 of these units. Now grab your blocks from week 8, step 2, and your cross-cut sections from week 4, the sashing strips. You're going to sew a sashing strip to the opposite ends of the block. Pin your sashing strips well, and then use a scant 1/4 inch seam to sew them to the block. After sewing them on with a scant 1/4 inch seam, press your seam allowances towards the sashing strip. Repeat to make 3 blocks. Now you will take 4 of the cross-cut sections from week 4, the sashing strips, and the remaining 1 1/4 inch squares of background cornerstones. Sew a cornerstone to the end of each sashing strip with a scant 1/4 inch seam. Now take 2 sashing strips and sew a cornerstone onto one end of each one of these sashing strips. For the center block, sew a sashing strip with cornerstones to the opposite ends. And for the 2 remaining blocks, sew a sashing strip to one end. Now take 2 of the sashing strips with the cornerstone on one end. Sew 1 sashing piece to the end of one of the side triangles. And sew a sashing piece to an end of another side triangle. Lay out all of your pieces as shown in your pattern. Now you will sew the blocks together into 3 diagonal rows, as shown in your pattern. Now sew the rows together and press your seam allowances away from the center row. And there you have it. Your center of your table runner is complete. Now it's time to sew on your borders. Use the 2-inch wide strips of main print to add borders to the sides of your table runner. Trim the excess at an angle in line with the ends of your table runner. Repeat with the opposite side. Use a 2.5 inch wide strip of the main print to add a border to one end of the table runner. Then use the remainder of the strip to add a border to the opposite side. Now flip your runner and repeat the process on the opposite side. And there you have it. We have completed our 2024 Spring Mystery Quilt. All you have to do now is quilt, bind, and enjoy. If you have any questions or comments about the runner, please add them to the comment section below and I will answer you back right away. Thank you so much to all of you that participated in our Spring Mystery Quilt program. And if you are interested in finding out what our summer quilt along will be, there is a link below so that you can receive our email newsletter. I will be sending out details of our summer quilt along in an email shortly, so please sign up. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.